often say pick a struggle. Pick one. That means please don't be loud and wrong. You need to just pick one struggle. Be loud or be wrong. In sneakers right now, at least surrounding Jordan Retros, I need people to pick a struggle. You can't have it both ways, and I think a lot of us are just fatigued by it. So, we know with the recent Jordan 11 Legend Blue, aka Columbia 2024 release, it happened. And I did a recent video, I really appreciate you guys showing love to that, in which I said, hey, everyone was really wrong. Like on both sides, if you said it was going to sell out, you were wrong in a way. If you said it wouldn't sell out, you were also wrong in a way. And it does not matter that the shoe was sitting in some places and is locally, or that it's sold out online. The most important thing, at least to me, and to a lot of you, because you've shared this in my comment section, you were able to get a shoe you badly wanted. Maybe you wanted this shoe when it originally dropped. Maybe you wanted the shoe when it retroed, and you were just never really in a position to get that. That is the story of so many people. Please know that, like, you don't have to feel that you are alone in that. So many people simply couldn't get pairs when they were younger. And as we are all adults now and we have to fend for ourselves and provide for ourselves, I think we now have a better understanding of why our parents didn't go out and buy us every single retro that dropped. And so, one, go just thank your parents for keeping that roof over your head and food on the table and making sure that you never possibly knew the struggles of having those priorities in place, because it could have been a struggle and you likely just didn't know it. Now that you're an adult, you hopefully understand the breakdown of those needs versus those wants. Some of you don't. And it's really quite scary because you think a sneaker is a need and it is not. But a lot of you wanted this release and you were able to get your hands on it. And you didn't have to possibly camp. Well, one, you waited in some lines, maybe. Were you camping out? No. Were you being trampled to be able to get your pair? No. Were you threatened with physical violence in any way? Did you feel unsafe? No. Now, you would think all of us would want that type of shopping environment, but no, there are people that I feel like they actually want to bring back the Hunger Games for sneakers, especially the Jordan 11s. Now, even when I worked for Jordan 11 releases, we were still cautious as employees to have our pairs, go put it in your car, go put it in the trunk where it wasn't visible. That way you didn't have actual customers like seeing you walk out with your shoe, because you just don't know. People can certainly act out of desperation and just selfishness. So that is not an era I would ever want to go back to in terms of how Jordan releases were, specifically Jordan 11 releases around the holidays. But we have people that still feel that OGs are being disrespected. And we can also rope in the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. We can lock in any number of OGs that have dropped this year and that will drop next year. Next year, it's going to be deafening if these shoes sit. It will be deafening. The amount of whining we will hear from grown men over these sneakers sitting will be insane. It will be wild. I don't know that I'm prepared for that. Because OGs are being disrespected. Mind you, they're not putting any money in your pockets to go buy every single OG that they are telling you that you need. Keep that in mind. They're not providing you the money for that. OGs are being disrespected, but you also agree with people that it's great for everyone to be able to get the shoes. It's great that these pairs are available. Which is it? Which one? This is the whole struggle. Which one? Because the math is not mathing in what you're saying, but then also what you're agreeing to, because it is an amazing time. It is such an amazing time if you truly care about having the shoe just to wear the shoe. Some of you are truly exposing yourselves, I think, that so much of your identity, sadly, I feel like is tied up in you're validated if a shoe sells out. You see how weird that sounds? You're validated if a shoe sells out. So yes, with pairs being readily available, you're going to have more people have access to them. That means that whatever special feeling you have about those shoes not being on everyone's feet, that's gone. Let's just throw that out the window. You're also probably struggling right now because these shoes are not crazy high on the resale market. They're just not. People have options. People are letting you know that, hey, we have needs, priorities, bills, Christmas. We just got through with Thanksgiving. There's New Year's. There's a lot of stuff that people are thankfully taking care of. And so this 11 just wasn't something for them. Why people are struggling with that, I don't know. But also, why on earth are some of you hoping that this shoe goes up? Like, I see you saying that people are going to regret it because this shoe is going to shoot up to be $300 to maybe $400. Why on earth are you happy for that to happen? Unless you're a reseller yourself, but that's not what you're really coming out to say. Why are you happy about that? Do you know what? I don't care about a sneaker appreciating in value on the secondary market. I have things appreciate every single day. It's called stocks. It's called compound interest. It's an amazing thing. It is truly the eighth wonder of the world. So I start to wonder, do you not have other things that are already appreciating in value, like real value, besides just a sneaker possibly going up? Because that's great. You may make a couple $100 on that sneaker if it goes up and you sell your current pair. Or I could have invested money and then that compounds. And then what that new amount is, that's also compounded on. So I'm not really giving one shoe two shits about a sneaker going up in value. But the math is not mathing. You can't say that you're super happy that everybody had access to a shoe, but then the shoe is also sitting. Guess what? Just because I have access to something, it doesn't mean that I want it. Just because it's your favorite sneaker, just because you think it's the end all be all, it doesn't mean that I think that. And I have a lot of respect for 11s. But I in no way wanted this. And there are people that are in comment sections letting people know, I really think it's a great looking shoe. However, the quality, how it's going to hold up over time, it's a really big concern for me, especially at $230. And that is a valid reason for you to not have picked up that shoe also. You don't need me to validate your feelings, but that is an extremely valid reason to have passed on this shoe also. So I just want people, pick a struggle, because you're looking like you're fighting yourself. It seems like you are really fighting against what you're saying versus what you really think. Like you are, work on coming to terms with we're just in a different era, and that's okay. I love that people don't have to feel this anxiety to just rush out and get something. They can take their time. I'm pretty sure this will restock. I hope this restocks. I really do. If you weren't able to get your size, I know bigger sizes, they fly so fast. So if you weren't able to get your size, you were hoping to get this for a gift for someone, I hope that you are genuinely able to do that at retail, even maybe below retail, because that would be great as well. Do I think this shoe should be $230? I absolutely positively do not. It is your choice if you wanted to pay that. It is someone else's choice if they did not want to pay that. Come to terms with shoes are available now, and get it out of your head that OGs are not being disrespected because they sit. Like whatever you have associated with yourself and personalizing and internalizing a shoe sitting with it being disrespected, work through that. Work through that before we cross over into 2025. Work through that. Side note, shout out to this shirt because it certainly makes it look like I did arms today. I did not. It was not an upper body day. It was a lower body day, but the shirt is absolutely making it seem like I did arms. So shout out to the Zara T. All right. That's all I got to say. Hope you have an amazing start to your week. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.